Winter Olympics coming to Sochi in 2014, it won't be long before the eyes of the world are trained on Russia's snowy vistas. But thankfully, you don't have to be an Olympic athlete to make the most of the country's white stuff.
I think it's fair to say that you haven't had the real Russian experience until you've lived through one of their winters. Snow that comes up to your knees and bone-chilling temperatures that last for months at a time. But if you travel around a little, you'll find that one thing the Russians do really well is have fun when it's freezing.
But we're not just on your average trip to the piste here. My chilly journey is going to span nearly 3,000 kilometers and take me from the racetracks of Western Russia to the streets of Siberia, starting with some motorcycle madness.
Now, you might think that winter would be a pretty boring time for Russia's bikers, with most of their machines locked away until the spring thaw. But there are a group of rioters who say the icier, the better.
This busy garage is full of ice speedway competitors, men who think nothing of racing round frozen tracks at 130 kilometers an hour with no brakes. And I was being shown round by Russia's best, three-time Team World Champion Daniil Ivanov.
This is Mega Lada, yeah? Okay, so this is Daniil's team. These are the guys who actually won the World Championship. You're going to take a look at their bikes. And so this is your bike, yeah?
And its tyres are something to behold. So these spikes.
Ah! Look at this. Okay, now there's the downside to racing fast on bikes with spikes. That's crazy.
The odd scar hasn't put him off, but Daniil is trying to make sure he doesn't pick up any new ones.
I think currently I'm the only Russian athlete to wear this kind of gear.
Some pretty serious protection they need, just in case. I mean, it's like a full suit of armour plus extras.
It was time for the Mega Lada boys to head out onto the track, and for me to take my place in the stands.
So the crowd's warmed up, Daniil's warmed up. I think it's just about time to burn some rubber.
The race follows the same rules as Summer Speedway, 4 laps anti-clockwise. And by the looks of things, I wouldn't advise Benny against Daniil.
Oh! By a nose or a wheel. Well, that's what you'd expect from a champion, eh?
But it's not just the speedway riders who are born to be wild in the winter.
Now, I would have thought that in conditions like these, driving a motorbike would be tough enough in itself. But it seems that there's always a way to make it that little bit more challenging.
And locked away in a Taliati garage are 2 bikers and a one-wheeled monster.
Hello,
Hello,
I'm Alexei.
nice to meet you. And this is your famous Unimoto?
Yes, it's our Unimoto. We're preparing for the competitions. Do you want to help? We're planning to load it.
Of course, I can. Alexei is a Unimoto rider, a firm believer that one wheel is better than 2, and the designer of this highly international creation.
Gigantic motorised penny farthing.
So this is a custom-made Russian bike with a Japanese engine. The wheel is from an army truck. The headlight comes from India, and there is also a part that used to belong to a Zinger sewing machine.
The bike's called Mega Leopard, which translates as Mega Slipper. But at 200 kilos, she's not all that comfortable to deal with.
So this is the Mega Slipper to go mega fast in the Unimoto Championship. Blimey. Right. Now she's just got to win. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
And once all the accessories were on board, we were ready to head off.
So Mega Leopard's loaded up, and now I get to see what she can do. To the stadium.
And to Togliatti's Unimoto Championships. Everyone here has lovingly built his own machine, and, much like their owners, they come in a wide range of shapes and sizes. Individuality is certainly the name of the game here. No two bikes look alike, and all they need to compete is one wheel and a propulsion system. This is the first ever ICE Unimoto Festival, and the sport's founder has travelled all the way from the US to see it.
What is unique is that this has been a 21-year odyssey to come here. This sport was originally invented for the people of the world. This is not a money man sport. This is for people who are creative, who can take an idea from inside their mind, build that into a machine, and then have the guts to get on it and ride it. But everybody can do this. It doesn't matter if you're young, old, men, women, children. There is a class for everyone. Money will not win this sport. Creativity and ingenuity will.
And there was plenty of that on show, along with some serious speed. And our Mega Leopard was certainly holding its own. But if you're looking for a rather more genteel way to spend your winter, we've got that covered too.
Now, I can't think of many better days out than a trip to the track. And here in Russia, they've got their own style of racing, which takes a bit more horsepower than normal. Hey.
This stud farm prepares horses specifically for the troika. It's a uniquely Russian form of racing that dates back to the time of Catherine the Great and uses 3 horses harnessed alongside each other to pull a sleigh. The stable uses Orlov trotters, a powerful, elegant breed, and it was time to get them ready for their big day.
So what do you think, old boy? Ready to go for a ride? The senior statesman of the stable, the most experienced champion they have, and the lead horse of our sledge.
Everything is prepared as it would have been back in the 18th century, complete with the bells that told everyone the troika was on its way.
You can see why this would be some spectacle, huh, with these 3 in full flow together. 3 beautiful triplets, practically.
And I was about to get a taste of what they could do.
Now this is what I call riding in style. Alexandrite and Alexander are ready to go, and we're off to the races. Onwards, sir.
It's certainly an idyllic way to travel. Just make sure you're well wrapped up. I might not have warmed up, but the horses certainly had. And once they got onto the racetrack, they really let loose. Alexandrite and his trainer have been winning titles for the best part of 20 years, and it was no surprise to see them surge through to take another trophy back to the stables. After one of Russia's more ancient methods of winter transport, it was time for me to try one of the newest. And although it was invented far away in New Zealand, it's become a common sight at the country's ski resorts.
In most sports, you need certain skills to succeed. Nimble footwork, brute strength, or a sharp mind. But, seemingly in this next one, just succumbing to gravity will do the trick. This is the guy I need to see. Dobry dzień.
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello. I'd like to try zorbing, please, if I can.
Have you had any injuries?
No injuries.
Okay, let's go.
And assuming you haven't had a large breakfast, it probably is. But just in case, our instructor was on hand to give me some safety tips.
Okay, so there are two spheres. The inside sphere has a diameter of 2 meters. The outside one measures 3.2 meters. You will be fastened at 6 points. Some of the straps will keep your hands and feet in place. Others will hold your body in check. Your job is to spread out your weight over all 6 fasteners. So, if you're ready, let's go.
I'm ready. I think so.
There we go, right. And, this is very comfy. I feel safe, secure, and ready to roll down a hill, I think.
And it seems helplessly turning head over heels can produce quite a range of emotions.
No, I guess well, ready as I'll ever be. Oh, bloody hell. Ooh, cripes. Ooh, this is very strange. Ooh, blimey. Ooh, Gordon Bennett. What the heck was that all about? Okay, I'm going to add one small caveat to what I said before. A strong stomach is definitely an advantage.
Just make sure the car's close by, because you might have trouble walking in a straight line for a while.
I think I might need a little while. Seasick